The scene starts with a news report about a sudden typhoon that hit the area. The news anchor states that the cause of the typhoon is unknown. Later, a man is talking to Lee Ji-woo, the main character. He asks Ji-woo if he was enlightened and is now a superhuman. Ji-woo says yes. The man then introduces a young girl named Hawa and says she is a spirit. He asks if Hawa is the one who caused the typhoon. Ji-woo is then talking to his parents. He explains that he's now a superhuman and that Hawa is a spirit. He's worried about Hawa's parents being worried about her. His mother tells him they will go back and find Hawa's parents, but Ji-woo is afraid his actions will make him seem like a criminal. Ji-woo's mother asks if he can give Hawa a bath before they go and find her parents. Ji-woo says yes, but his father tells him to hold on. Ji-woo's father says he knows how much Ji-woo wanted to be a superhuman, but that he can't just kidnap a child. Ji-woo's mother is surprised, but then his father explains that Hawa has no physical body, she is a spirit. Ji-woo is shocked and asks what his father means. Ji-woo's father confirms that Hawa is a spirit. The next scene shows the title page of the manhwa, Spirit Farmer. A week has passed since the typhoon, and Ji-woo is still trying to understand Hawa. He knows from his status window that she's a spirit, but wonders why she doesn't take anything from him, the spirit user. He thinks that he's never heard of a spirit like this before, and that there must be a reason behind it. As he continues to think about this, Hawa calls out his name and Ji-woo looks up to see her happily eating something. Ji-woo is surprised by Hawa's huge appetite. He thinks to himself, if she went to an eating contest, she'd definitely win. He then sees Hawa eating all the potato pancakes he made very quickly. He says, she ate all those potato pancakes so quickly, but he also says, but she earns her keep, so I guess it's okay. He watches as Hawa calls out different spirits who help with her farming tasks, such as clearing weeds, killing bugs, and even growing corn. Ji-woo was shocked by how quickly and easily the spirits are able to do these tasks. He thinks to himself, the spirits that Hawa summoned did all the work, so there's nothing for me to do. Then he thinks, well, half of it is my skill. Hawa explains that she can summon spirits and command them to help with farming. Ji-woo can't command the spirits, but he can summon them. They both have a different role in farming. They work well together. He says that if he could also command spirits, he'd be even more powerful, but it's still good he's able to summon them and work with Hawa. Suddenly, Ji-woo is caught off guard as a strong green-haired spirit appears. She asks Ji-woo if he called her, and Ji-woo is shocked. He explains that Hawa was hungry and ate all the food, but the spirit is confused. She asks where the food went, but Hawa says nothing. Ji-woo tells the spirit that he is taking Hawa to Wonju to buy her more food. Ji-woo pats Hawa on the head and asks if she's happy. Hawa happily says yes, and Ji-woo says they should finish up quickly then. Hawa says goodbye to the baby chicks and then runs towards a sign that says Hawa Field. Hawa touches each stalk of corn and says goodbye to them. Ji-woo says to himself, is she saying goodbye to them one by one? He then thinks, if you're that devoted, they'll grow really well. Hawa then happily pats one of the corn stalks. Ji-woo and Hawa are walking through Wonju and Ji-woo comments on how interesting it is that there aren't any tall buildings. Hawa laughs, and Ji-woo thinks to himself that if they turn their heads too much, their neck will fall backwards. He then looks at his phone and says, it's here. He and Hawa go into a building, and Hawa is excited to see food. Ji-woo apologizes and says he forgot to tell her that it isn't the market. Hawa gets mad and Ji-woo says that they'll go to the market after this. He picks Hawa up and they leave the building. He says that he's surprised that he's back here in Wonju after all this time. Ji-woo and Hawa are standing outside the Superhuman Association Wonju. Ji-woo says, today, I will put my name up as a superhuman. He then thinks to himself that if he gets superhuman benefits, he'll be able to pay for Hawa's food. The scene shows Hawa happily eating a large amount of food in a thought bubble.